Okay, Rhino Nation, here we are, week 2 of NDL, Feather Division. This week it was Red Rhinos versus Reddit Hotel, and it took me a few days to get this going. You know, we're supposed to at least work with the other clan, notify them that we're going to be showing some bases. There were a couple they didn't want me to show, so I have picked out 6 bases for us today. 3 11s, I believe, 1 12, and 2 13s, all which are fresh hits. That is basically what we're going to see today, and I'm excited because there's, again, some kind of new attacks. So let's go ahead and see what happened. So close. So close. We had to make a big comeback at the end. Unfortunately, both of us did not clear all the 11s, and if we could have cleared that 111, that would have made it a lot easier. They did a great job on our 13s, so I got to hand it to them. But we had a huge comeback in the last maybe hour and a half, and we were so close. I ended up running out of time. I actually, on my Town Hall 12, I didn't get all my troops clicked over in time, and you know, so couldn't get that last hit in, which could have made the difference, but they came in with the last few seconds and got the Town Hall 13 for the win, so good job. Let's go ahead. Like I said, we're going to check out a couple of attacks. We'll start with the 11s. We're going to start all the way at the bottom, number 20, with Long Claw, one of our new buddies, helping us out, and let's see what he's got here. All right, he's got a little hybrid action. He's using a bolt. I like that. So he's trying to basically, by doing that, he's hoping to carve out the center and then just make a loop around so that his troops can just go all the way around. So he's hoping, and I love this little ice golem trick. It can be tricky, but you lead with that ice golem to pull the CC and put the poison down to go ahead and get those troops. So, and again, you know, the loon kind of helping out, and then he's going to use the king over there, which can be a little bit dicey. You know, you don't want the healers to switch, but the queen is well under fire, so that should not happen. But you just never know, right? You never know what's going to happen. So here he goes. He's putting another loon down just to check for Sams and to try to make sure that his queen isn't completely getting killed over there. He's setting down the siege barracks. So now you can kind of see what I was talking about earlier, how he's going to just make that ring around. He's hoping his hybrid is going to go over on the right-hand side all the way down, and his queen is going to take care of the left, and they'll meet up somewhere at the bottom. So nice job here. He's got his warden following in, of course, with the hybrid troops. He's already got a heal down, so you know he already had to burn all of his rages on his queen. So you see his abilities going off over there, and he's not going to have much left because he used the heal. He's already used the ability. But let's just see how this shakes out. So there's a couple Teslas that are left. The king kind of struggled over there to clean up everything over at 9. But you see he's got enough juice down there with the P.E.K.K.A. over at 3, and the wizards taking care of that. He still has a few left. Oh, and those springs and the bomb tower are going to take out some more troops. So he doesn't have too much left. And look at the queen's health. I was too busy talking there, but she gets down to like the bare bones and barely makes it out of there alive. But you can see now he's got some miners left. He has a P.E.K.K.A., some wizards, the queen. So it's just a matter of time now, and it should be fine. So we're going to speed this one up, check it out all the way at the end. Finishes off with the Teslas over at the corner with 9, and done. So very nice job. Again, all these are fresh hits, so good job with the fresh hits. Not always easy. Sometimes it's you know, some things happen that you're not expecting. So good job, Longclaw. Let's go ahead and move up the map, and I believe we're going to check out an attack by Abyss that I love. I really loved this one. Let's see, I'm scooting around here. Let's go back. There it is. All right, so Son of Abyss, which I'm only going to say that one more time. I'm only going to say Abyss from this point forward. But watch how he uses the log guy. This new siege barracks, the log launcher, yes. So here he comes. He's got his queen. He's going to go ahead and use the couple loons and the baby dragon to go ahead and funnel that side. He's being nice and patient. He knows he doesn't have to set the healers down right away, so he goes ahead and puts them down. Now watch, here it comes. Here comes the log. He's going to lead with the king to make sure that the king's tanking, but look at the position of the logs rolling, going right in. They're going to break the walls open as well as take out that Inferno. So he's got a little Queen Charge Lalo going. Only one hound. So if I kind of look around here, I'm seeing quite a few ADs up. But he also has the Queen. And look at the logs are still rolling. Still rolling. Still cruising in. He went ahead and put down the poison. He's taking care of the CC. So now look at this. Ice Golem's coming out. Ooh. And I like that with the loon. He can catch any SAMs that might come out to make sure that he prepares his Lalo without, at least one air bomb. Now watch this. Eagle's coming down, but it gets frozen from the ice golems and allows his loons to just come and cruise through there. He's already got some minions to back up. Good job. A little tornado action, but that's not really going to hurt things too badly. He still has his hound up, and he's got the 2 ADs left. The hound does pop there, so let's see how he uses the rest of his spells. He still has a couple loons that he's going to use for that top side archer tower. Great timing on that to make sure he keeps those other loons in. And yeah, good old Warden trying to use his wand, helping out a little bit. Queen is tanking for the loons right now, which worked out perfectly. And he still has a heal, a rage, a freeze. He goes ahead and uses a haste to get the loons over there. But this is looking pretty good, people. This is looking good. Oh, yes, very nice. And he's not going to need those spells at all. So why not? It's in his nature. He's going to go ahead and swag in the middle. You know, it was a great hit, so I think he deserves the swag. I really like using the log launcher that way. That's a cool idea. So I'm going to start thinking a little bit about that. So great job, Abyss, to you. And let's move up for our last Town Hall 11 hit, which I believe is Dom, if I remember right. Yeps, it is Dom. Big Dom coming in with some witches. Oh, yes. And why not? Why not finish with a witch hit? It's a pretty popular strategy. He does do something a little bit different than what I normally see with witches, with this particular lineup anyway. So, I'm highlighting right there that it's a kind of a nice opportunity. You can go ahead and get the Inferno as well as the Archer Tower with those bolts. So might as well get whatever he can. And then he weakens up a couple other defenses as he puts his Quake down. Now here's where I'm talking about it a little different. So he's going to use his siege barracks on the left side to funnel, which again, you don't always see that. Normally it's just golems and witches on each side, and then the siege barracks either somewhere in the middle or on one of the sides. So I like how he did that, something a little bit different, because he can see that he carves out that, and he's just going to be concerned with then one side of the base, primarily the right-hand side. And luckily, that's where all the Teslas were. So that worked out actually pretty well. So here they go. Once the witches start, casting their little spells and getting the skellies going, it gets tough for a poor Town Hall 11 base to defend these days. It gets really tough. And you can see they're just charging through it. Always on these witch attacks, it does look like things kind of start to peter out a little bit, but he's got plenty of power here. He's got several witches in the middle trying to take out some of that. He still has his queen ability, and of course he's got a couple cleanup troops with him that he brought just in case. You never know. And of course there's going to be plenty of time as King's zooming around there toward the side. Skellies are following him, so that backside is covered, and his queen still has the ability, so there's not going to be any problem taking out this base. Good job to you, Dom, and good to have you back. I missed you, buddy. Good to have you helping us here with NDL, so good job. And those are our 3 Town Hall 11 hits, all fresh hits for the win. Couple cool new things, so again, why I picked those. Now let's go ahead and move up to our 1 Town Hall 12 hit, and this was a pretty cool attack. Something very different, popular right now, of course, hybrid. We definitely see witches, super witches at Town Hall 12, but check this one out. He's got a clone. 2 clones, as a matter of fact, and couple bolts with a quake. So what is he gonna do here? He leads with that ice golem and the king. So he's got some stuff going on with his Sui, just to try to essentially carve a path for his dragons later on. So let's just see what happens. Here we go. Oh, buddy. He's bringing in the blimp, and that must mean the clone's going to be coming down pretty soon. I am horrible putting the clone down on the blimp. I don't know why it is, but I'm horrible. I think I'm better doing the invisibility than the clone, but here you go. You can see. So he does that clone. Look at the value he gets from that. I mean, he's almost has 30%, 42%, 43% of the base gone with just his opener. And you can see we've successfully narrowed out the base with that. So good job to you. Now he's just going to go ahead and put in some balloons, some dragons, and charge right into the base. Meanwhile, you know, the E-Drag and the loons were still getting a little bit of stuff done there, taken down. And he's looking strong right now. He doesn't have any more spells, but does he really need it? I mean, he's got the multis. That might be a little scary, but they're kind of toward the beginning of his charge here. So, you know, he's got plenty of dragons going right into both of those multis. As long as he gets those down, all he has left to deal with is that one lonely archer tower, which unfortunately is not going to have a chance at all with all these dragons powering through. So, Colo, this is a really cool attack. Good job to you for coming up with this one. I'm going to have to, you know, I love watching other people come up with different attacks like this because it really starts to make you think. I wouldn't have thought that at all when I was looking at these bases. Nothing was coming to me on this one, and I loved it. So good job to you. Again, that was our Town Hall 12 hit that we have for today. So now we're going to go ahead and cruise up to the 13s. 2 fresh hits for us. The first one's Debugga from our family clan Blue Bear Cats. So good to have you with us. Let's see what he's going to do here. Okay, little Yetis, little bowlers. All right, I see what's coming here. Must have the Warden. Here he is. He's coming in. He's going to start his little Warden walk over there at 3. And, of course, always want to try to bring a couple loons at least when you're doing any kind of walk. Your cocoa loons are important, guys. So make sure that you have those. Here he goes. Warden still kind of kicking in, taking his time. That's the tough part for me about Warden walks. You just have to be so patient. So patient. And there you can see I'm kind of highlighting that top side because he did bring a siege barracks. And what he's going to do, he dropped that siege barracks up at the top with hogs in it. And he is just anticipating that his hogs are going to take care of a lot of that top side. So that's what he's planned on doing. Now you can see the CC troops did come out. It got a little bit scary because the headhunters charged right for that warden. He had to use a rage. But he's got all of his troops down now, along with the jump, so he's going to go ahead and charge in there. You see, there was also a hound in the CC, which just now came out. It's going to pop, create a few problems, but not horrible. Nothing that, you know, he can't deal with. And here come the hogs, just like I said, out of the top side. Now, they are going to have to deal with that bomb tower. But other than that, not too bad. Now, look at that. The RC is following alongside with those hogs, and it works out great. Look at this perfect freeze. I love the freeze that gives him long enough for his RC and his hogs to take down that Inferno on the backside, and then whoosh, taking all the Teslas right out with the super shield. Perfect. And his troops ended up splitting very nicely here. He put that jump on the backside, and they ended up splitting so that some of them were staying up toward the top at 9 to take care of the rest of the buildings up there, and then the rest of his troops go down to the bottom. So, killer, great job. I believe he was the first Town Hall 13 to attack and came up with that one. So, good job to you. Always helps to get a Town Hall 13 early, so way to go, Debugga. All right, my final attack that I'm featuring from Big Sticky. Let's check it out. Now, I am loving this deal with the Ice Hounds, and you know, you see he's got the invisibility, so you know what's coming here with the blimp right out of the bucket. Here we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, and I'm still working on this, but this really, guys, If you can get down the timing for this blimp, this invisible wizard blimp thing, oh, it can do some damage. You see, here he goes. He's going to use it one more time. And then his wizards come out the backside. So he has successfully funneled that left side for his ice golem and his heroes. And look at that. You can still see the wizard's still up. He's going to take down a few more buildings. So he got some great, great value from that side. One ice golem already going down, protecting his heroes. So he has one other one over there on the side. And then you see he's got the RC as well. And watch how he uses this last invisibility spell. So all of them are going over here. He's already at 30%, guys, and carving out that entire bottom. Watch it. Here we go. Now you got the single in there. It's getting a little scary. What's gonna happen? Is it the invisibility coming out? He wants to make sure that he can get that single down. So let's see. Yep, invisibility spell. Nicely placed too, because now they can go right through, finish off some of the buildings, use the ability, get the inferno down. And here comes the Lalo. Look at that. I love these these ice hounds. They are so cool. Look at him going right through there. He's just following with his loons. He does save those couples so that he can use them kind of on that top side as those loons come down. See how he's putting those in just to kind of keep all of his Lalo together. He uses that freeze on the scatter. You gotta have enough freezes. He always tells me, I would rather have more freezes than the hastes. It's important, especially with those scatters. They can just take down your loons just in a heartbeat, just a whoosh. And they are gone. So look at that. He even had a poison. Didn't need it. No problem. Look at all those cute little ice pups. I just love those. So great, great hit. He's got a ton of loons left. There's no doubt he's getting the 3 on this one. And again, fresh hit. Good job to you, buddy. And good job to everybody. You know, it's a tough loss. It's tough to lose like that right at the end, but we fought hard the entire time. So great job to everybody. I look forward to next week. I hope everybody has a great holiday, and we will see you next week. All right, until then, peace.